Good morning. This is Leanne from My Big Adventure, and I am now 4.5 weeks pre-op and about a little over 2 weeks from the start of my pre-op diet, which is as big a date practically as the surgery. I'm going to Mexico, Tijuana, to have this done on the 23rd of May. My current weight, I don't know, I haven't weighed myself in a while, but it's been hovering between 268, 272. I go back and forth between trying to eat responsibly and saying to heck with it and eat what I want while I can, kind of thing, which is kind of a weird head trip. But anyway, I'll talk about that in a minute. I thought I'd start off by telling one or two embarrassing stories about how it's been to be me and things that have happened to me because I'm fat. I tell this by way of illustrating how much my weight has to do with what I will and won't do in my life, the things that I allow myself to participate in, and the things that I deny myself because of my weight. The first one is probably one of the worst ones. I was in Mexico, Isla Mujeres to be exact. We went on a fishing trip with my husband, son-in-law, and his son-in-law, son and daughter-in-law. And we were out in the middle of the ocean, and this was a very rudimentary boat. No ladder to get back in, no bathroom. So I knew going in that I was going to try not to drink any coffee or any beer or anything because I didn't want to have to pee. So, but you know, that didn't last. I mean, I didn't drink anything, but pretty soon I had to pee, and so did my friend slash stepdaughter-in-law. And I had to, we all had to jump in. The boys could stand and pee off the back of the boat, but the girls couldn't do that. So we jumped in the middle of the ocean and we paddled around and peed and all of that. And then it came time to get back in the boat. And of course, the guys, you know, they just put their arms on the boat and popped themselves up. And so did my daughter-in-law friend. And then it came to be my turn, and there was just no way. And I weighed less than I do now. And I ended up having to be hauled into the boat by all the guy that ran the boat and the two men to pick me up by my armpits and literally drag me in like a beached whale, and they're grunting and straining the whole time. That was just mortifying. And another part of this trip was snorkeling was included, and I love to snorkel. It's just my favorite thing. But I didn't do it because that would mean that they'd have to haul me back into the boat like that again. So I sat in the boat and watched everybody else snorkel. And that was on Valentine's Day, by the way. I felt so special. And then one other story. There have been lots, of course. We all have lots of these kinds of stories, or at least I do. But one other that I'll tell you about is being at the county fair with my grandkids. And my granddaughter wanted to ride on this one ride and wanted me to go with her. Come with me, Nana, ride with me. Oh, sure, okay. So we go climb into the seat of this ride, but guess what? The bar that they put down to hold you in didn't fit across my midsection. And the carny gal that goes around and checks everybody said, ever so sensitively, not. Let's see. If you don't fit, you can't ride. And then she went. So I had to get off in front of everybody else on this ride and hold my little granddaughter's hand and tell her, honey, you have to wait a minute and go with your mom. And walk around this ride all the way back to the line. And everybody that on the ride and in the crowd knew why I had to get off. So I tell these stories because these are the kind of experiences that I have had in one fashion or another all my life, and I will not miss them. I so look forward to being able to do normal things like normal people and not have my body be a source of humiliation for me. I know I have a warped body image anyway. Ask my kids. They'll tell you that I always said horrible things about myself to myself while they were growing up. And if I had it to do over again, I certainly wouldn't do that, because that doesn't help them to grow up hearing their mom say, I hate my body, I hate this, I'm so fat, blah, blah, blah. However, I also wanted to tell you that today is my birthday, and I'm 61 years old. I'm the oldest person that I've seen on YouTube that's doing this, and I wonder what that means. I've just decided that it's never too late, and that, yeah, I'm 61, but I'm going to do this anyway, because I want some life left that isn't cursed with this fat business. So I'm hoping that having my vertical sleeve gastrectomy is going to be part of the reason that this next year is going to be the best year of my life, or one of the best years of my life. I've had some really good years, so. But anyway, so the other thing I won't miss that I think about every day is sweating. I don't know. It started when I went through menopause, and I don't know if it's a leftover of that, because sometimes I'm sitting in a chair, I'm not even doing anything, and I suddenly break out in a sweat. But I mean, if I do anything, if I vacuum, if I garden, if I cook dinner, I mean, my sweat is just dripping off my face, and I'm mopping myself, and I'm so sick of it. And I don't know if this is going to fix that. If it doesn't, then I'm hopping off to the doctor to find out why, because I really hate that. I really hate all the sweating. I don't mind sweating when I'm at the gym and working up a sweat on purpose, but it just is so annoying. One other thing, I've been experiencing the occasional, like, I'm stricken with panic at the thought of losing my best friend. This happens at night. I'm a night binger. That's how come I'm heavy. I just love my goodies at night. And I don't really know what to do now to prepare for that. If I could stop eating at night, now I would have a long time ago. I can't. I mean, it's a rare evening that I don't sit down in front of the computer or the TV and just have my snacks. Sometimes I try to keep them healthier, but I probably eat as many calories after dinner as I do during the day. It's terrible. And I'm panicky thinking, I'm not going to have that option anymore, which is good, which is why I'm doing this. But I also know it's going to be a real, that it may be a rough transition. Maybe not. I don't know. I'll be on low carbs, so I know I won't have cravings like I do when I'm not. I just hope I can handle that well. So if anybody else has had this binging problem like me, I mean, probably some of you have, or else we wouldn't be having weight loss surgery. If you could comment on, those of you that have had the surgery, how you've dealt with that afterwards, I really appreciate it. That's probably the thing that makes me the most nervous, is how I'm going to manage in the evening. I've got my list of all the other things I like to do, which is helpful. Unfortunately, I feel really fortunate that I have a zillion interests, and I'm pretty artsy craftsy. I make jewelry, I sew, I love to cook. I'm a personal chef. I actually go out and cook for people for money, and there's a ton of things that I really like to do. I'm a photographer. I take senior pictures and nature pictures, and I make photo cards and blah, blah, blah. So it's not like there's not a lot of stuff I can do to occupy my time when I'm not wanting to binge. However, the time after dinner and after my husband goes to bed is my me time, and generally speaking, that's when I dilly-dally around here in front of the computer, play word games, do all the stuff that seems like such a waste of time during the day. So anyway, if anybody has any thoughts on or experiences you can share on how you managed to deal with your binging urges after your surgery, I'd really appreciate it. I have ways to go yet. Anything I can do to prepare myself, I think will help. Anyway, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, and I'm looking forward to this being a wonderful year, and thanks to all of you who have subscribed, and or those of you, there's not so many, but those of you that have subscribed and that respond to me. That means everything, you know. When you get on YouTube and see that little bell in the corner that has numbers on it, it's like, oh goody, somebody paid attention, somebody responded to something, and so anyway, I appreciate it, that's all, and I'm trying to do the same for you guys too. So you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you on the flip side.